Singy.
Yeah, and when these two are on, it's nothing short of electric, Boog. Neither of them likes to give an inch. Fierce competitors that have been dominant all season long. Will be a legit pitching duel in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go. And on the hill, Max Fried. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Ready to go now? Here's the rookie right fielder, Tyrese Turner. These two offenses can put up runs in a hurry. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
And now it's Juan Soto. That one fouled off. That's ball four. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy's just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
So a man aboard. Willie Mays digging in now. And that's off the inside edge. Ball two. Runner on the go. Fouls one off. 2-2. Soto, the runner at first with one gone to the inning. This one in the air, center field. 2 away. Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. This is a good offense, Chris. You're going to get quality at bats and balls put in play consistently with this group.
And it doesn't really matter who they're facing on the mound. They have the ability to go out and compete and win ball games. If it's an all-star or Cy Young Award winner to just a rookie up in the big leagues. So when you have that, you have a chance to win every night. If I was a pitcher on this team, I'd feel pretty good about taking the mound for them.
2 outs. Yeah, that's fouled off. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. 1 left for the Cubs. Time for the White Sox to go to work. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here on the south side, getting the nod in this one, Pedro Martinez. And as usual with him, Singy, I think we can expect plenty of strikeouts.
Yeah, Boogie's racked up over 3,000 strikeouts in his career, so expect to see more of the same in this one.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here's the rookie center fielder, number 10.
With Pedro on the mound, Boog, this lineup is facing a fierce competitor. He always seems to rise to the occasion, and that's a big reason why he's considered one of the best pitchers we've seen in the majors.
Tosses to first. 1 up, 1 down. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. And a big factor for them in recent games, Charles LeBlanc.
Well, he's been so huge for this team over the last couple of weeks or so, driving in runs with every opportunity he gets, it seems, and he's getting a lot of them. So I think the game plan for this ball club right now just has to be this: get guys on the bases in front of him and let him take care of the rest.
Next offering is down low. This one in the air. Under it. Makes the catch. And there are 2 down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Still able to get it there in time. And they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. Scoreless after 1. Top of the second, stepping in, Jalen Palmer. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
Yeah, and because he's got the big arm, he pays attention to the running game and is sure to manage it.
Late on that fastball.
When you have a catcher that can throw like that, a pitcher doesn't have to worry as much about the slide step. He can keep his mechanics intact and have a better opportunity of getting that hitter out with a swing and miss.
The pitch. There's a swing and a drive. And it's out of here. Into the home bullpen for a homer. And they jump ahead in the second. It's 1-0.
Man, he just barely got that one out of here, and you gotta love the effort and left to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off. It would have been a stunner if he did.
And here's the first baseman. The 1-1 is fouled off. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the top of the second. Next offering upstairs.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease her, get her to raise her sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Eric Summersgill with home plate duty in this one. Kind of known for being generous with the corners, Chris.
You know, I think that used to be a lot bigger deal in past eras where pitchers were working more in and out with their pitches. But, yeah, we'll see if those corners come into play in this one. Hey, no pitcher's going to argue at all.
He's got it, and there's one away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Here's Mookie Betts now. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
The shortstop takes the ball.
2-2 the count.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And it remains 2-2. And that one hammered back there. Up onto the patio and out of here. Mookie Betts muscles one out the opposite way. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add on. It's 2-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Now it's the second baseman. And now 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And strike two.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
2 down, bases empty. Here's the third baseman. A dive, he's got it. To his knee, the throw, and that's a nice play to end the inning.
That was a great job of doing the math. He had the perfect angle, diving stop, completes the play, and that ends the inning.
Bottom of the second. Now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox, Cameron Cannon.
He's looking to hit the ball the other way in 99% of his at-bats. But if you make a mistake middle in, he can touch you up for a 4-bagger.
Fly ball down the line. Turner sizing this one up. Hauls it in, and there's one away. Now Davis. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
That one is absolutely belted. And that's a foul ball. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the rookie third baseman. And that is cut on and missed. Yeah, the count 1-2.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone, because that's where you can get hurt.
Sneaks through, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Swings and misses, struck him out. The White Sox leave 1. They trail it here 2-0. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. Close one, doesn't get the call. 3-1 now.
You know, these Cubs doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Juan Soto now.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
2 strikes.
In the dirt. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. He goes down looking.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Digging in, Willie Mays. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms of the sport. Runner! Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. A massive home run. His second home run of the series. It's 4-0. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
One down. Now here is Barry Bonds.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
Next offering is downstairs. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. 2 down, bases empty. Here's some real power at the plate. Jalen Palmer. Maximus notches the K. Cubs add 2 on this homer. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back, and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Good job to fight that one off.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
2-2 now. Got him swinging. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Next up, it's the first-year shortstop. That's off the mark. 2-1.
2-1.
Another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. So they go quietly there. On to inning number 4. It's the Cubs 4 and the White Sox nothing. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Next offering is fouled back.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
The 1-2. And that one is inside. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Tanner Banks, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Spores warming up as well. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Way back there. Gone. Her 22nd homer of the year, and they add to the lead. It's 5-zip. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. They thought he could blow a high fastball by her, but she was ready for it. Look at how quickly she jumped on that pitch.
Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Max Fried will give way, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. Anthony Dominguez is checked into the game.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Now it's Mookie Betts. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Top half of inning number 4. That missed by a lot. And the count's even at 2. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Line to left. And it jumps the wall in foul territory for an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next hitter to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Next offering is in for a strike. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Runner at second, nobody out.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a bouncer out to short. Tosses to first. That's the first out in the top of the 4th. Now the third baseman.
Boog, he consistently hits the ball hard. His exit velocity and barrel rate, here are the tops in the league.
That one's in there. It's 2-2. And they'll do it again. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. You know, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
The 1-1 is upstairs, and it's 2-1. Runner at second, 2 down. Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. That's back. And it's into the bullpen for a homer. He muscles that one out the opposite way. Second home run of the inning for him. It's 7-0. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. His bat looks like it's in the zone for such a long time, and that gives him the ability to get barrel on it and hit the ball out to any part of the park.
Base is empty with 2 away. Here's Juan Soto. Out to short. Sends it across to first, and that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 7-0. The Windy City Showdown continues now. And here is Allen. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
And that one almost hit him.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out. Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
And there's a ball.
Well, a big lead like this is comfortable many times, but not when these 2 teams are matching up. You got to continue to keep your head down, play catch with that catcher, and just try to move through this lineup.
Lifted in the air, right center field. And that chance handled by Willie Mays. And there's 2 away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Not close with that one. And that's ball 2. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That one outside. Full count now. Davis in the on-deck circle for the White Sox. Swing and a miss at 96. Struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Down in order go the White Sox. Not going their way. It's 7-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. That one misses, and that's ball 2.
You know, these Cubs really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. One gone here.
No, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch, and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
That one missed. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. He'll have some adjustments to make.
Here's the catcher, Jalen Palmer. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Brings it in, and that'll do it. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Number 87.
Late with the swing there. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, he's showing some pretty dominating stuff out there in this one, not just in terms of swing and miss, but also in terms of command. You know, all the strikeouts, they just kind of speak for themselves, but when you don't walk anyone, you're demonstrating that you have the confidence in your abilities to truly go right after opposing batters.
And a base hit up the middle. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Man at first with 1 gone. And the batter now, Charles LeBlanc. Man at first, 1 away. The 1-1 is fouled off. See ya! Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. Bryant steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Number 18.
The White Sox with a lot of ground to make up. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Well, that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big time velo on the bump and big time pop at the plate.
And a swing and a miss. That's his 9th strikeout so far. So 1 left for the White Sox. They continue to trail 7-0. Back at the ballpark, and in this series it has been ugly on the mound as we look at the numbers. Not even close there, and it's 2-1. And that's outside. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that one is off the wall. And that's a leadoff double. Now he launches a throw over his head. Doesn't get too far away, so no one moves up.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then hitters have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like she did right there.
Here's Mookie now. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Up the middle, gets to it with a slide, gathers and throws. Nicely done for the out.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
Standing in is the power hitting second baseman. The 1-1 is fouled off.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Inside, just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
3-2.
One out and a runner at second, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And down on strikes he goes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle, so I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Here's the third baseman. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Well, no base hits in the series for him
strikes.
so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
This one drilled to left. No doubt about it as they add on more. Gone. A gigantic blast. His 13th home run of the season. It's 9-0.
He really needed that swing. He hasn't been getting a ton of results at the plate lately, so I'm sure that one felt especially good. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Sir Anthony Dominguez won't go any further tonight. And as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with a new pitcher after this break. Josh Spores gets handed the rock out of the pen. He's into the game with the bases empty. So the lineup flips over. Now it's the right fielder, Tyrese Turner. 2 down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And that one missing inside a sharp slider. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now 9-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show.
See, every time you see me, I got something new.
And leading off with a white shot, the shortstop, number 8.
Fastball is outside.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, number 10.
So the batting order turns over. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the sixth. Next offering misses, and the count is even 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that K brings him into double digits for the game.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
2 out, space is empty. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
That's a ball.
And that's a little high.
2-2 to count.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Now batting,
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now.
Guerrero Jr.
And a 3-1 on the way. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. That'll fire up the dugout. His 31st home run of the season, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 9-2. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach. No matter what they
Cameron Cannon steps to the plate for the White Sox. Outside low, and the count is 3-1. Two outs. Swing and a foul out of play. That one 95 to finish him off. For the White Sox with a 2-run homer. It's now a 9-2 ball game.
Going, yeah, we in go mode. Going, yeah, we in go mode.
It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Singy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
No, I wouldn't. Even on the road trips, I was, pretty average. There were some guys that would dial it up, and there'd be some outfits where you're kind of double taking and saying, where in the world are you going? But overall, I'd say I kept it low key.
Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Tanner Banks up and throwing. Yeah, you see some guys into the fashion nowadays and big on the gram, as the kids like to say. Post their They're fits, right? That's what you say?
Is that what it is?
It's a fit. You're fit. Your outfit. You're fit.
Got a little drip around the neck, too.
Yeah, believe it. Scale of 1 to 10, how old do we sound right now?
Really old, like close to Social Security benefits.
Yeah. Swing and a pop-up. Moving under it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down.
Now batting, center fielder Willie Mays.
Willie Mays, the next Cub to hit.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they tack one on the board. It's 10-2.
He's going to the plate with a ton of confidence lately, and he's getting the results to back it up. No doubt, those two things feed off one another. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
One out, base is empty. Next to hit, Barry Bonds. There's a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One out, base is empty, and a run in here in the top half of inning number 7. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And he's gone for the 4th time tonight. And here's the catcher, Jalen Palmer. He might just be the best hitting catcher in the game today.
Well, Boog, he's so valuable, does a good job behind the plate, but offensively, he's a middle-of-the-order type of bat, especially when you talk about catchers, and their #1 job is to handle the pitching staff and prevent runs. This guy is able to add runs by producing them.
That one misses, and that's ball 3. Right through there for a strike. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2. Palmer off of first with 2 away. And she hits a ground ball right side. The throw to first, and that will end the inning. Cubs get one on the solo shot. It's now a 10-2 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Next pitch is downstairs.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
In the air, fairly deep to right field. And it's caught for the out.
Now batting, number 17.
Now the third baseman. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
1 ball.
Yeah, his
2
swing
strikes.
is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Way upstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end. Now, a great back and forth and that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Pedro Martinez gives way, and he exits with a nice lead. Threw the ball well, and we'll have a new pitcher when we come back. Aaron Bummer on the pitch here.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
My partner, known for being a touch hacktastic. All right, you walked 130 times.
Oh my goodness!
In your career,
I can't even believe. I can't. I win.
130
when did that
times.
happen?
Yeah.
I don't even. Seriously, I don't believe that.
Strike two.
He got away with one there,
1 ball,
but he
2
knows he
strikes.
can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. That's out number 2.
Now that is
And now the right fielder, Bryant. The White Sox with a lot of ground to make up here at the bottom of the 7th. Just missed. Activity in the bullpen. Lucas Erceg up and loosening in the pen. Quijada, the lefty, warming up as well. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Mays going back on it. And that is gone. His 16th homer of the year. It's 10-4.
They put a good swing on it, but the box score might want to credit the win for that home run. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
So 2 away with nobody on. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two down, nobody on. That's the 3rd, and that one handled. On to 1st.
He's out.
That's the inning. But the White Sox with a 2-run homer, and this is now a 10-4 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Carmen Majinski.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Here's Mookie to hit. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That one just misses.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Fastball is outside. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Very close off the outside corner. Could have easily been called a strike in that location.
Here's the second baseman. He provides a surprising amount of pop from the second base position.
Listen, that's not something to take lightly. Getting that kind of production from the guys up the middle, it's not a strength of most lineups.
And there's a ball. And what does that do for a team when you get power from unexpected spots like that?
When you're in the dugout and you see a guy come up big like that you don't necessarily expect it, it just energizes that entire team.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. The 2-2 gets a check swing. Now an appeal to third. No swing. He held up. Carl Dixon with the call there. 3-2 now. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Betts over at first with one away. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
One ball.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
And misses inside. Good eye right there. The Cubbies up big in this one, and we're in the top of the 8th.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the bat alive.
Strike 3. Got him looking on the changeup.
He's got to throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Tyrese Turner. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On a bounce right side to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
You gotta love his hustle down the line to beat the flip to the bag. I mean, there's a lot going on between a first baseman and the pitcher during these plays, and he just kept his head down and beat it out.
So up next, Juan Soto. 2 on, 2 outs. Way out front for strike 2.
1 ball.
Man, I'm pretty impressed out there on the mound right now. I mean, these are tough spots where pitchers really got to bear down. Those last 2 pitches were well executed.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Got him looking. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Cubs strand a couple. They're up comfortably, though. It's 10-4. Here on the south side, bottom of the 8th. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, number 10. And that's through there for a strike. Going to count 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. And that one is out of here. He circles the bases, and they're chipping away. It's 10-5.
Maybe he's starting to break out of this mini slump. That's the type of swing that makes you think good things are coming his way. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Here comes a new arm for the Cubs, Lucas Erceg.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Allen will hit next. The 1-1. Hit in the air, left field. Bonds corrals it, and there's one down.
Now batting, designated.
And now Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Oh, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. goes deep. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they cut into the deficit. It's 10-6. So one out, nobody on. And now Cameron Cannon. One down, base is empty. Fastball is outside. They say you win.
2-2 to count.
Still only one out here in the inning. That one ripped right center field. That ball's carrying. And that one's gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His 9th homer of the year. It's 10-7. And their 5th home run of the game.
Some things in this sport are contagious, Boog, and right now for this team, clearly it's the long ball. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Here comes the manager out of the Cubs dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Lucas Erceg will depart. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. New pitcher on here, Edwin Uceta. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again.
Number 63, Edwin Uceta.
Base is empty, one away. Davis steps to the plate for the White Sox. Hit hard on the ground to short. Slinging it to first in time.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight real plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff just like we saw.
Here's the third baseman.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Next pitch is outside. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Satchel Paige up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. That one fouled off. 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 2 outs. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Swings and misses. The high heat, too much on that one. They explode with 3 solo homers in the inning. Through 8 full, it's the and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Tanner Banks.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Leading off for the
And now the center fielder, Willie Mays. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those two he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
And that misses. And it's 2-1. Right through there for a strike. Just missed.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
You know, variant speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location. But the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
Swings through that. Movement in the bullpen. Andrew Nardi, the lefty with big swing and miss stuff, is getting ready. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's two gone.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first two batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot. Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
Two down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. And that's in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Sets him down looking. And he strikes out the side in the ninth. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom part of the order, 7-8-9, 2 up in inning number 9. It's the Cubbies. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Satchel Paige.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Charles LeBlanc steps to the plate for the White Sox.
first baseman, number 90.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And the next pitch is way outside. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
1 down, base is empty.
That's ball 2.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
That's out to center field. Betts pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, number 8.
So they're down to their final out. Number 8, the next to hit. Two down, nobody on. In the dirt, and a count 2-1. Inside, just missed. Hammers that one deep left field, and forget it. A solo shot. And they inch closer. It's 10-8.
That swing just injected more drama into this one. If there's a most predictable count to get a fastball, it's still 3 balls and 1 strike. I'll tell you what, that hitter was ready for it. He got his pitch, and he absolutely unloaded on it.
2 outs, nobody on. Here's the center fielder.
Ball 2.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but they're going to make him work to get this save.
2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. He swings and fouls one off.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
Got him, and that's the ball game.
But we saw both teams come ready to swing it in this one, and they found a lot of success. A couple of touchdowns up on the board today. Pretty amazing, and it turned out to be a close one, considering all the runs put up. Really wild.
And this one ends the final 10-8. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.